What's going on? My name is Kristen Solorzano. I am the recipe developer and content creator behind What's the Frickin' Recipe? And you're in my kitchen right now, which is pretty damn cool. Um, it's the big chill on Kitch. We are chilling and grilling all summer, and I'm so excited to, make a little condiment for our grilled beer brats later. Okay. If you're comfortable, come on up to the chef's table. You can interrupt me if you have any questions, but let's jump into it. Okay. So we're making a pepper relish, which is going to go on our grilled beer brats later. So it's super simple. You can make it as complicated as you want it to, but we're going to go easy peasy. Okay. Because it's summertime and I don't want to do a lot. Okay. Honestly, I don't want to do a lot. Okay, so let's start off with our peppers. It's pepper relish, right? And let me get my food processor kind of on its, at least clicked in, right? So I can just kind of like put peppers in as we go. So for the peppers, I have just a red bell pepper, honestly, not necessarily for flavor, but just kind of like a color situation. So I have a red bell pepper. And then I also have 3 hot Hungarian like wax peppers. These aren't super hot, but they have really good flavor. And then I have 2 jalapenos. So total, it's like a little over a pound. So we're not making like a ton of this. Obviously, make sure your peppers are washed before you start cutting into them. And for this, I'm just going to do like a rough chop to kind of help the food processor a little bit and we don't end up with too much of like big chunks and everything's the same size. And the food processor really does help kind of make things easy. Summertime, right? Gonna go easy. So in goes the red bell pepper in the food processor. And then our hot Hungarian peppers. You honestly, like, you don't have to take out the seeds if you don't want to. I find that the texture is a lot better if you remove the seeds, so that's what I'm doing. I don't want like a ton of seeds in my hot pepper relish, or I'm sorry, pepper relish. I am gonna leave the piths though, because then that adds like a nice heat, okay? So try and get the seeds out if that's your choice, but not a big deal if you leave them in, okay? I just find the texture to be a little bit nicer. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, I am a sucker for a brat. I don't know if it's like my German heritage, but it's just, there's nothing better in the summer with like a nice juicy brat with some mustard and pepper relish. It's the simple things, right? When you go to a ball game, just a nice a nice bratwurst or a sausage or a hot dog while you're watching the game. Honestly, we've been known to pull over if there's like a little random barbecue on our way up north, have some brats, hot dogs, into it. All right, we got our hot Hungarian peppers done, and now we're going for the jalapenos. Same thing, like if you want to leave the seeds, that's great. I'm just trying to scrape the seeds, but I do want that pith because I do want that heat, but not necessarily all those seeds. So something like that, right? You keeping this, but leaving some of the seeds. We're not going too crazy. Oh, excuse me while I this is a hot one. Looking forward to it. It just got like a whiff. Oh my goodness. Love it. That's how you know it's going to be good though, I guess, right? All right. So I got like most of the seeds, but I'll leave a little bit in there. I was really more worried about the bell pepper seeds because what's the point? If it doesn't offer any heat or anything like that, like, no, thank you. Okay, And then I have a small yellow onion. Let me just wipe down my board here. It's gonna bother me so I don't get more seeds in there that I don't need to. All right. And the yellow onion's gonna add some nice flavor there too to kind of meld with the peppers. Okay. For the onion, I'm gonna do a rough chop just because I don't want random chunks of onion mixed in with the peppers. Fingers crossed I don't start crying. My knife is sharp enough. There we go. Did you know that when you do cut onions, it's not necessarily like the onion itself, like sure can cause it, but it's really how sharp your knife is. Because then the onion releases those things, whatever goes in the air. I know this sounds like super informative by using these vague words. Trust me, okay? All right. Shirt is falling down. All righty, so we got quite a bit in the bowl of our food processor. We're gonna cross our fingers and hope for the best. I think it'll be all right because I didn't really want to deal with, you know, chopping everything up by hand. We don't want to do that. All right, so there's the party's all here in the bowl of our food processor. I gotta kind of plug it into the outlet, which was a little farther away. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this all on the thing. I might need to move my table up. We'll move it back in a sec. Weak. All right. There we go. And then we're just gonna blend it up till it gets Ooh, that's looking good. All right, let me just clear up our little area here and then we can talk about what we're gonna do next, right? All right, get my cutting board over here, give my hands a wash so I don't start crying randomly. How embarrassing. Nah, we're friends. It wouldn't be that embarrassing, right? Okay. Almost done. And I can move my table back a little bit for my short ass cord. Alrighty. Alrighty. Here, let's get a look. Da, da, da. I know it doesn't look like much now, but just you wait, okay? So I have my saucepan. Let me get spatula from the dream board. Alrighty, let's unclick this, bring y'all over here. Nope, maybe. There we go. It's not as easy as it looks, okay? Take this. So you could drain this. You can strain it out a little bit if you want to, but I kind of like all those flavors in there, right? All right. So we're putting this in a medium saucepan. And we are going to add a half a cup of apple cider vinegar right in there. And then we're going to add about a quarter of a cup of sugar because you know relish kind of has like that little bit of sweetness, and paired with the heat in the peppers, so good on a juicy bratwurst. Okay, and then we gotta salt it. It's salt to taste. I'm gonna do like a big nice pinch here, a little more. Okay. And you just kind of stir this around and you take it to the heat for on medium. And we want to bring this to a boil and then let it simmer for like a good half an hour. Okay. So we're going to do that. Ba-ba-da-da. So I have the heat on high now. And this is what this is going to do is it's going to reduce and it's going to become nice and thick. And we have all those amazing peppers in there and onions. And it's going to be the perfect condiment to our grilled beer brats, which we're grilling up at 6 o'clock Eastern. Okay. So that's it for right now. Okay. I showed you how to make the pepper relish. And then when we come back at 6 o'clock, I'm going to show you how to grill up some juicy beer brats and then slather those beer brats with this amazing pepper relish that we just made together. Okay. So it took us, what, 10 minutes to assemble that and then just kind of let it do its thing for a half an hour. That's it. All right, Kitch. Well, I will be adding the recipe here on this stream, and then I'll also tag it onto the beer brat stream because we're going to see the final product then. Okay. And that's it. So I'll see you at 6 o'clock as the big chill continues on Kitch. And I'll see you back in my kitchen, 6 o'clock Eastern. We're grilling up some bratwurst. Bye, Kitch. I'll talk to you soon.